that he received, and especially because after the Blessed Virgin Mary, there is no doubt, there is no greater saint and holier person. There is none that was entrusted with the most precious treasure, and St. Joseph. And yet St. Joseph, as an example for us, is one who also went through difficulties. And that's the first lesson I wish. And we look up, especially for your vocation, dear sisters, and especially for what God asks of you at various times and moments. God will ask of you individually for faithfulness, uncompromising faithfulness, unwavering faithfulness, a total chaste and self-sacrificing faithfulness that is not self-seeking nor seeks any human compensations like St. Joseph. And yet, we are going to face difficulties. We are going to face moments when it's tested whether you really love the Lord, your God, with an entire heart. So easy to say, I am given to God. It's so easy to say, I am a priest of the Catholic Church. But it's not so easy to say, I am not going to be compromising in any way myself given to God. Believe me, if someone, God forbid, came in here with a machine gun out there and say, oh, you sisters, those who really, really, really defend Jesus, come here, we shoot you. I know half of you will run out of this wonderful church. And maybe the bishop closely following you. Because we are human. Because we are weak. Because our heart wants, our spirit wants, but our humanity tells, hii njia ni ngumu, wacha tusifuatilie. It's difficult to give up what is pleasurable, what enhances our own self-feel good. It's not easy, like Christ, to be crucified. So, let us not think we are very, very brave, very, very faithful. St. Joseph had his moments of heartbreak. He discovered his wife was pregnant. Heartbreak. He didn't know what to do. His heart bled until the Lord came and consoled him. St. Joseph endured the heartbreak. He knew Jesus was about to be born, but he didn't expect it to happen at that moment with the rejection of people and without a place to lay his head. And so, his heart broke when that child had to be laid in a manger. Do you think Joseph really was happy with giving the child a place with cows and goats? His heart broke. He felt sad. But he never gave up. He never gave up his joy. He never threw tantrums. He never lamented. He kept quiet and carried in his heart that cross. And then come Herod, who wants to kill the child. And he has, in a hurry, to pick the mother, the child. The mother has not even recovered. Put them on a donkey. And in the night, his heart broke. This child, how can they want to kill this beautiful child who we know is a son of God? His heart broke. My daughters, my dear sisters, my dear brothers in the priesthood, the first thing we must ask the Lord is to give us a strong heart, like St. Joseph, who was firm, unshakable. No matter what, in the storms, he stood. Dear sisters, we can't have sisters who are blown by the storms. We must become strong like St. Joseph. The Franciscan sisters of St. Joseph must stand out because they are Josephinian. Because they are strong. Because they don't shake because of the storm. Because they are sent to a place difficult and they work silently, without too much noise, without whining. Oh, you know this place is hot. By the way, this place is hot. Oh, you know these people are very difficult. All these people have been steamed in superstition. All these people don't know God. All these people, you know, their grandfathers. Oh, you see, the parish priest doesn't come on time. Oh, you see, the bishop hasn't visited us for a long time. Oh, you see, the girls who have come don't have a clue. Sorry, you do have a clue. Oh, you see, the TSC. We can find so many lamentations. Lamentation after lamentation. No, Josephine, silent, carrying the cross of St. Joseph. St. Joseph had his consolations as well, because he was with Jesus every single moment in the workshop. He was able to embrace Jesus often as a child. He was able to teach Jesus how to speak. He was able to sing and talk with Jesus the entire day. He was able to be at his deathbed accompanied by Jesus. You see the consolations when you are faithful to God. So today we must ask the Lord for courage to carry the difficulties and heartbreaks of this life. Those heartbreaks could come in ways that are not our cause. It could be the loved ones, our loved ones who pass on. We must be strong. We must be strong for others. It could be that you get sick. They say that women endure sickness better than men. Dear priest, this is the truth of the matter. When we have a headache, everyone in the village must know. Oh, kichwa yangu inaniuma, I sin, and I have the example of my own mother in great pain, and she's still smiling, and she's still just calm. And I wonder, where is this woman getting the strength from? Women, you are a bit stronger in pain and suffering. But when you decide to complain, God help us. When you put on the complain cassette, we are done. We cannot find peace. When you have a sister who starts telling you about, mimi nasikia uchungu wangu natoka kwa kichwa, unateremka, unaenda chini, naisikia hapa pande hii, alafu inavuka, inaenda pande hii ingine, alafu inaenda kwa mguu. Mimi nikikanyanga hivi, nasikia titi. When you decide to complain, you can be unbearable. And yet we are supposed to be finding the place to complain like Jesus, like St. Joseph on the altar. My dear sisters, carry your complaints hapa. Pana tubebea sisi. Hapa. Wakati wewe unasikia mambo imekukalia, beba, leta hapa. Alafu acha, nenda kazini. Forget carrying big loads around that are not our doing, nor yours. Stop dragging stones in the convent of your problems. Like St. Joseph, silently offer to God a pleasing sacrifice. St. Joseph is an example for us of great faithfulness, of giving comfort to God. The Lord will ask you also as a congregation for things. You are no longer a young congregation. Your mother superior was telling me, you were founded in 1936. How old must you be? You must be quite old, because you are close to 90. You are not a young girl anymore. And so you're supposed to be advising other young girls who are coming, other young congregations, supporting them, helping them. The Lord asks this of you. Do so with love. And that's why we are here too, to give thanks that you've taken part of that role of supporting your other. But you must be one who will look upon. You must be worthy to look upon. You must be worthy of your name, of your age, of your maturity. And therefore, you must show us what it means to be a sister. How good it is as I was coming in and I see these youngsters, those girls who are seated at the back. You've seen them? The young girls, the one there, ones in the wheelchairs, all those young girls. Beautiful girls out there. Oh yes, you think they are not girls. Their heart, it's about love. What gives old age is an old love. You can be very young, but terribly old. Or young in age, but terribly old. Because old people complain. Old people are not satisfied. Old people think too much about themselves. But young people at heart think about others. Think about service. Think about ideals. Still think about the years ahead, the future. Those who are old are done with the future. You live in today. Oh, nitakula nini? Oh, nitalala. Oh, nitafanya nini? Oh, nimechoka. Oh, mguu wangu wa kulia. Oh, mkono yangu wa kushoto. That's our problem of old age. Dear sisters, we must keep youthful. We must keep constantly alive with the love of God within us that keeps us young, keeps us committed. This is what we pray for. This is what we ask St. Joseph in a special way for. St. Joseph, for me, has always been a great example. An example of one who never said no to God, no matter what difficulties came. He always said yes, every single time. He was asked in the most difficult, humanly and understandable way to take care of that Virgin Mary. He said yes. He continues saying yes, yes, yes. We ask for a continual yes, which is not a half-hearted yes, but a complete yes. Here I am. I come to do your will. In the path of our yes, many things can happen. And dear sisters, I'm not telling you because you're here in this community. I keep repeating it to many of the religious people given to God. One of our biggest problems about our religious self-giving, about we as priests, is that we start compromising and negotiating our yes. I was in Form 3, Form 2 perhaps, in Mango, and I went for the ordination of a relative of mine in St. Thomas Aquinas. He was being ordained as a deacon. And I actually don't remember many things of that ordination. I was young and senseless and disoriented. I went. I didn't know too much. I know I went to St. Thomas. I was on the top floor. I don't even remember which bishop celebrated the ordination. I don't remember. I even don't remember much of the celebration because I saw very little. But I do remember two things. Only two. The good one I remember is after the ordination, this good deacon being carried around. And I thought, what a strange thing these people carrying. He was in his full dramatic. He was being carried, lying like this, being carried around. The people were celebrating. So, fun, good thing. It stuck here. The second thing was not a good thing that I remember. I remember the time of the offertory. And there was a very big basket. And the people were coming to bring their offertory. And as the people brought their offertory, some good old, not middle-aged lady, Mama, came. And when she reached here, she went to the basket and started looking for change. Her full hand turning the money. See it like it was today. Turning the money to get her change before she gives her offertory. That stayed with me up till now. How? I mean, how do you go to ask for change at the collection, at the offertory? If you want to look for change, you look for it there, then you bring what you're given. That time, by the way, the money was small money. There was no 1,000, there was no 500. But I don't think there was any 200. But she had to get whatever was there, the 5 shillings and the 20 shillings from her 50 or for her 20 shillings. Dear sisters, dear fathers, my dear people of God, change. We give ourselves to God. I believe when you do your profession, you lie down. Do you people kneel or do you lie down? I wish you were lying down. We guys lie. You've given myself fully. Even kneeling is good. You've given yourself fully to God. But you still are looking for change. It's not satisfied. Lord, I give you my heart. But if, allow me a bit of comfort to have the love of a squirrel. Nobody, just to love a squirrel. My dear sisters, I went to bless a convent. And I went into the room of one good sister to bless it. And the room was full of teddy bears. 30 teddy bears. You know teddy bears? Dolly. 30 there, all over. I said, sister, what are these things doing here? Because I'm bishop, I'm supposed not to see. And if you're a good bishop, many times you know how to close your eyes and don't say anything until a year or two after. Change. Compensations. Mimi upenda tu kukaa kwa room yangu nikiangalia tu naona tudoli tunaniangalia, mimi nasikia tu napendwa. Sister, aren't you looking for? Kuna wale ambao, there are those who love all kinds of pets. Another convent I went, I found those little fat flally dogs. About 15 of them in the convent. And I'm asking, okay, I understand to have one, understand to have two, understand to have dogs, but 15 dogs? What are 15 dogs doing? I know, feel I must get back my change. Someone, if not someone, something that loves me. It licks my hands. No one will say anyone kissed me, but the dog licks my hand. I hope you understanding what I'm saying. Change. Change. And we too can suffer the same problems. Men don't get caught in that. Men get caught in things, in cars, in feeling. Well, I won't go there. Let's leave that. We will speak on our own. We don't have to reveal our problems to these good sisters. I don't think that we don't have the same problems. We do. There is a bird that is called a magpie bird. This magpie bird is a bird that can imitate anything. It learns and imitates. If it's, for example, there is someone with a power saw out here, it will learn how to power saw. And it will make the noise of a power saw, like a power saw. If you sing a song, this bird learns to sing that song. It'll learn anything. If it is another bird singing, it will imitate that bird. This is a problem that we also suffer. That at times in our spirituality, we are so external imitators of others. And we don't stop to find out deep down, have I given up myself fully? Am I genuine? Am I authentic? Like St.Joseph. He was a straightforward man who lived what and how he was. He took care of Jesus and Mary as is. So, compensations. St. Joseph didn't look for compensations. He took things and sorted them out in the most prudent and most amiable way possible. Yes, sisters, don't become imitators of spirituality. It's not about how you look. It's not about your habit. It's not about how you walk. It's not about how you jump. It's not about how you cook. It's about how God feels in you. How Jesus feels in your heart and mind. It's about being really faithful without half hearts, without half measures. Don't love God 50. Don't love God 60. There is no measure of how you should love. He says, with all your heart, with all your strength, with all your soul, with all your mind. It's not a measure. Don't be half-hearted. Don't look for change. St. Joseph never looked for change. This magpie has also got a defect. He loves silverware. It is kleptomaniac. God stealing things. So it comes and steals. If you have earrings, it steals. If you have spoons, it steals. If you have, and then it puts all these in its nest, like the teddy bears, so that they surround it. So it has this attraction to do things that glitter. The name, the praise. Oh, your sister, naimba mzuri. Sisters, forgive me for what I'm going to say. I know it's not politically correct. The religious who have been attracted to show off in social media. They spruce themselves so that they become beautiful in social media. Oh, they look for the best smile in social media. As she sings, she dances so well in social media. What are you looking for, sister? Change. You want to be admired as a woman, not as a sister. Oh, the voice is angelic. Why don't you come and sing to Jesus? Why do you have to sing at social media? Who are you singing to? Surely Jesus? Or are you singing to some guy? Sorry. And we two priests, are we singing to Jesus? Or are we singing to some girl? Forgive me. I have asked for pardon. Forgive me. It's not politically correct. What I've said is bad. And that is cheap change. When I forget I am for Jesus, I am fully for Him. My beautiful talent of music is for Him, not for going to be praised and to get likes. Even if you get 150 likes, 150 million likes, if you don't get Jesus, it's like umepoteza yote. What does it profit a man if he gains the whole world? Suffers the loss of their own soul. Who are you seeking? What are you seeking? Are you seeking admiration, or are you seeking true God's love and acceptance? Dear sisters, we too, people of God, priests, take care. And this world is changing what is godly and making us a product of this world, so that we, instead of wearing the decorations of Jesus that are His cross, that are His stigmata, that are His pained and pierced hands, we prefer the glory of all kinds of decorations of lights and celebration, being celebrated by the world. St.Joseph was not celebrated by the world. In fact, he passed very much unnoticed, and yet he's the most celebrated after Mary. Who else can dare call Jesus my son? Who can call Jesus, the Son of God, my son? Jesus, come. My son, go bring me the hammer. What great honor, what greater honor than the decoration of being called Daddy by the Son of God. And yet, he never went out there to be celebrated. In the moment of the entry to Jerusalem, he was already gone to his father's house. My dear sisters, my dear priests, my dear people of God, St. Joseph tells us, don't seek too much the things of this world, and don't seek compensations. Give and give fully. Don't look back. Don't look back. Give completely. This magpie bird has a problem. And when you have this place all clustered up with all these items, decorative, metal, stolen, when you lay an egg, it's very difficult to sit on it. It's very uncomfortable to sit on forks and knives and metal pieces and jewelry, because the egg doesn't get warm, and so it doesn't hatch. So it becomes difficult to reproduce. And so there is very little future. That's what happens when our congregations get too entangled. That's what happens when I get too entangled, and nothing attracts the young ones in me, because all they see is just kimutu, kingine. They don't see Christ. They see kimusichana, kingine. Sorry, again I should ask for pardon. Kimwanamuke. You imagine calling a sister kimwanamuke. Siniliomba ruhusa. Silimulisamehe tayari. Sister, don't become a kimwanamuke. Become the bride, precious bride of Christ. Precious. And when I see, I say, God, you have blessed us with this, your daughter. With this daughter, we feel your presence. Love, care, mercy, joy, peace, patience, understanding, chastity, purity, modesty. This is you, Jesus. This is the Holy Spirit of us. This good daughter of God is God's blessing upon us. May the Lord make this true. Last story. remember I come from upcountry where our homilies are rather long. But now I'm in the chapel of a convent. Must be careful not to be too long. Otherwise, I will get one of the priests pulling my chasuble telling me they should be maybe kamasa. Last story. There is this bird, another one. Today I came Nanyoni and Ndege. It's a bird that is called a hoopoe. You go look for it. Hoopoe. A hoopoe bird is also common around here. It's this size, not very tall. It's brown. Its wings have got some stripes of black. And it has a crest. And the crest opens. It swarms. Beautiful to watch. Fantastic, beautiful. Normally you see it eaten. And they are very nice. Very, very beautiful birds. Beautiful. Beautiful birds. But there is a problem, dear sisters. That bird stinks. Stinks. Smells rotten meat. Rottenness. From far it's very beautiful. But from near, it stinks. Stinks terribly. Because it doesn't have hygiene. In its nest, it doesn't know how to do its needs of nature outside. It does the needs of nature inside the nest. And applies to its chicks that refuse, so that the chicks smell as bad as the mother. It stinks. From afar, beautiful. From nearby, stinks. Because it does not appreciate hygiene and cleanliness, etc., etc. There are the reasons which I won't bring here. My dear sisters, I have presented this example very many times to us. By the way, today I came, I dressed very well for these good sisters, including this beautiful cross. It's very beautiful from far. Even this chasuble, it's beautiful. Am I not smart? God forbid that from close I stink. God forbid that you get to know me and you realize I stink. God forbid that from my mouth I have not brushed my teeth and I stink. God forbid that I haven't taken a shower for a year and I stink. I hope you're getting the message. Dear sisters, you look very beautiful from far. How is your soul? How much do you wash your soul? How much do you take good use of confession in this time of Lent? How much, like St.Joseph, are you willing to continue returning to offer yourself to God? How much is your mind? What are the things in your mind? Are you one of those who've never forgiven? St.Joseph, did he go carrying those people who refused to give them a place in the inn? Alikuwa tu anasema na wale watu walikataa sisi. Mungu tu naomba tu uwafanye vile unataka. What, you have had those prayers, eh? Vile unataka means finish them, eh? How is your relationship with your sisters? Are you one who stinks because you've refused to forgive? You refuse to accept a sister of yours. You have refused to let go of something that ties you back. or in your home you have not forgiven your brother or your sister, blood brother, blood sister, or your father, or your mother, or your uncle? Are you one of those who from far looks to have given herself to God, himself to God, but from close, your heart doesn't have love, it stinks? Jesus, let this today be a moment still in the Lenten celebration for purification. My son, why have you done this to us? Your mother and I have looked for you. St. Joseph felt the pain of separation from Christ. May we also find our path back to Christ, because we don't want to stink, but rather to have the nice odor of Christ in us. All that sister, all that father, all that bishop, whenever they speak to us, oh my God, I feel refreshed, rejuvenated, energized to do more for God. Yes, that is St. Joseph, the just and prudent steward. Help us and assist us to fulfill our calling, each one in their place. I hope, besides all these stories, you've got at least one little message. Keep young, and please don't look for change. Our Mother Mary, who loved St. Joseph so much, who also helped us to be totally self-giving, and who helped us celebrate St. Joseph as he ought to, our Father and Lord, so that we are strong, unshakable in our resolve to serve God. Tumsifu Yesu Kristo.